Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now it's been around 5 months since we reviewed the Anker Liberty 3 Pros, and I had a fantastic experience when I did my testing and unboxing, and I wanted to give you a follow-up on how well these guys have really performed since that review. But before we go through that, let's revisit some of the specs. And also, I want to encourage you to click on the link for this video if you want to have the real detailed review of the product, because today we're going to go through the specs. We'll jump into some audio and then also some call quality really quickly. We won't really go over the earbuds that much because we've already did that review. So today it's really focused on what's my experience been, and because there's been firmware updates, I wanted to do an audio test and call quality so you can see what you can expect. So first of all, a couple things about these earbuds. These are going to give you 8 hours of battery life and 32 hours when you have the case. So really well spec'd for this time. And the case, by the way, is Qi charging, right? These can be used independently. And one of the things that I really liked about them is that they have this hearid technology that personalizes the audio and the ANC. Right? They have transparency mode, they also have multi-point, and they also give you a immersive 360-degree sound experience. So there's all this kind of tech in there that's giving you a great experience. The other thing that they have is call quality, right? So we're talking about 6 mics. They have kind of like this AI going on that is going to help reduce the noise around you, improving the call quality. Right? You have 10 millimeter, around 10.6 millimeter dynamic drivers, right, for audio, AAC, and a whole host of other things that are going on. So these things are incredibly well spec'd and are still very competitive when you think about 2022. Now, before we go into our audio test and call quality test, just want to highlight overall my experience. They've held up well, and I'm the kind of person that I put my earbuds in my pocket or in my jacket. Over the last 5 months, it's been winter in Chicago, or it's been kind of like fall to winter. So they, they've been mostly in my jacket when I go out. Or in the house. Battery life has been great. Active noise canceling, because it's personalized to my hearing, is great. Transparency mode, everything has been really positive with these, and they've held up really well. As far as bass, mids, and highs, great audio experience there, and you're going to see that in the next test. So let's go ahead and jump real quick into the audio and call quality so you can see what we've heard and what you'll hear if you're on a call. We're continuing our test of the Liberty 3 Pros, but this time in a noisy environment. As you take a look at the decibel readings, anywhere from 30 all the way up to 79.9 decibels of noise. What we're going to do is we're going to switch, stay quiet to see how much is canceled, and we'll continue with the vocal test. Let's go to switch. And this is what the Liberty 3 Pros will sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now we're continuing our Liberty 3 Pro test, but this time with an infant crying in the background. This is what they would sound like if an infant were crying in the background. Now, if you have dogs barking in the background, this is what they're going to sound like with dogs barking in the background. Now, if the doorbells are ringing, this is what they're going to sound like with the doorbell ringing in the background.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking.
So guys, the Liberty 3 Pro True Wireless earbuds are still a great buy. They have great features, active noise canceling, highly configurable, fantastic battery life, and the audio quality, well, you just heard what they sound. See you in the next video.